I got two tool cases. One is a very nice organized one, and the other one is a very messy one. And we are going to make the ultimate 5S test. Yeah, so for our 5S test, I got these very different toolboxes. The first one is one where everything is messy, right? Things just throw inside there, and this looks very common kind of toolbox. For the second one, I got this toolbox. And that looks already quite different, because here everything is quite organized and you have a place for everything, and once you removed something, you know exactly where it belongs because you have the shadow here and you put it into the slot and it fits perfectly. This is really, I would say, good 5S standard in this toolbox. Now, why do we and many people prefer to use this kind of toolbox, which is very messy, everything just throw inside there, and there's kind of a lot of searching and looking for the parts? And let's try to understand. So there must be some advantage on this toolbox, which is very messy, compared to this one, which is kind of very organized, like 5S standard. And I thought by myself how to do this test, and I will do following. I created this one. Two almost very similar kind of blocks, and the task here for our 5S test is to use different tools for different tasks. We have one nail, which I will need to hammer it until almost the end. This one I need to screw it in. This one I need to cut and remove the tape. Here I need to cut 2 wires, and then I use the screwdriver to fix this screw into the wooden. And exactly the same again with this one. The difference is that for this first part here, I will use the messy toolbox, and I will find my tools inside there. And for this one, for the second one, I will use the very organized toolbox. And we will find out which one is easier, which one is better, which one is nicer to work with. Now, one comment is that the tools which I will place into this messy toolbox are exactly the same tools which can be found in this organized tool. So there is exactly the same amount of tools, exactly the same conditions, but one is very organized in a really standard, and the other one is just a mess. Let's see what is nicer to work and what is faster. So, working. Finished. There you go. Ready. So there we have it. 1 minute and 19 seconds for the messy toolbox and 1 minute and 18 seconds for the organized one. Just for you to know, I didn't hammer the nail really hard and to hammer it inside because it's already past 10 p.m. and I don't want to wake up the neighbors. And for this one, which I was tightening with a wrench, is I forwarded a little bit on the both cases, but I kept 8 movements with the arm, with the hand, so that time is really nearly the same when I'm tightening this one and when I'm hammering this one, so that we don't have so much variation there. So how do you think about this experiment? 1 second difference between a very organized toolbox to a very messy toolbox. I must say I was also a little bit surprised. I was expecting a little bit more, but there's something which is a really big strength of the messy environment, and that's the simple thing that whenever you use the tool, this one, and this one, and you finish your work, to put the things back is so easy. It takes you a fraction of a second to put all the tools back into the toolbox. And that maybe the time I spent additionally looking for the right tool was the time I saved to put it back. And that's what makes this so beloved. So the workers, sometimes they have this kind of handle and they just throw everything there because they know more or less where the things are and they can just grab it really fast. And they're even trained more or less. When they finish, throw it back and close it and you're done. And the thing with this toolbox, even though it's very organized and everything, it helps you to find the tools because you have very visually, you see when something is missing, if everything is controlled. You have this visual control which is really strong, which is one of the main points of the 5S also. You can see when something is missing, when something is defect, etc. And you get the things very easy, fast, but you have this work of putting it back. And in this case, even I need to press it. In some of the tools, I even need to use two hands to put it back. So this is an additional work which was also spending some more effort here. I must say, when I was working on this simulation here, the small simulation, I felt more comfortable to work in this environment. Because here I'm not struggling. On that one, it's a little bit nervous. I'm opening, I don't know, where is the thing? Is it really there, or where should I pick? And on this one, there was no really struggling. I can look. Even I searched a little bit for this one, but I didn't need to kind of grab through all the tools. I know that it is there. I just look at it and pick it up. So there's no struggling in this kind of environment. But the thing to take care, I think, whether you have this kind of toolbox or this kind of toolbox, is, I think, for 5S, you need to have the second look on the things, on the places, on the people, on the environment. And the second look is, you don't only visualize if it is all beautiful, if you have the labels, everything is organized, but you need to understand, how do I use this tool? Is it really so easy to get it out from here? So I need to struggle a little bit to get it out, need some power, some force. I need to press it in again to put it into place. Maybe the arrangement of the tools is not the best, or the arrangement of the place. So is this a good 5S standard? I just don't know, because it depends on the working environment. Once you see how people work, once you see your working environment, your place where you work, and then you create the standard, then you might be really on the right way of creating a good 5S. But only looking if everything has its place, everything is identified, is not a good way of seeing a good 5S standard. So that's why if you see a working place which is like this, also don't judge directly. That would be my advice here, because I have seen highly efficient people working in this kind of environment, and they can get things done much more than anyone who works in this kind of environment. And they are efficient, they know where the things are, they know how to do, they throw it here, throw it there, take it. So they are so confident of using his own mess, because they have a kind of a system which might not be visible for you at the first glance. That's why 5S, yes, I would strongly suggest. I really like to have 5S. I also like to have the things organized in my working place, so I'm not struggling. But for efficiency, it's more than 5S, just having the standard, just having the places labeled, just having everything clean, sort out what you need, what you don't need. It's much more than this. It's fitting the arrangement of the tool, arrangement of your infrastructure to the task which has to be done, and fitting this arrangement also to the person who's working there. And if you get this strength of fitting us to the person, or the person being able to create it in his own way, on how he or she likes to organize the working place, and having this facility, maybe you can find a way how you get this pliers and just throw it here and it gets stuck in the place. Is it magnetic? Is it via rubber band? Is it some hanger? So it's so easy, so effortless to organize the working place, the same way like it is effortless to organize these tools. Just throw them there, close, and that's a weak point of this arrangement here. So that's why it's not only if it looks shiny, beautiful, labeled, organized, but it's the matter of how you use it. Okay, so then we go until there. That was the 5S simulation, and that was the idea of the 5S. It's not only about cleaning, organizing, setting in order, but it's about how you use your tool. How do you like? What is really hindering you from getting more productive, from getting more output of your work, to making your life easy, to fixing what disturbs you, what is in your way of more productive, of getting the things done. That's the thing you need to focus, and there you need to find a solution on how you want to do it. Okay, then let's move on.